Are those my logistics employees? Did I assign them to the wrong zone or something? No. Why are you chilling up there? Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Good Company with me, Spacefish, and welcome to Automation Mania out here. Now, if you remember, in the last episode we actually finally set up another piece of automation craziness up here for our bot production in terms of actually finally getting the metal sundries done just using bots, not using employees anymore very soon, and actually taking care of the gears as well. So probably gonna be able to save ourselves like 9 employees from that. I think we'll need like a logistics zone employee or 2, but other than that, you know, doing pretty darn good on this, and hopefully this is going to be great. Now, the one thing that we'll need to start out with though here is actually maxing our metal orders, because that's honestly all that we are going to need. And also, apparently this zone was on auto logistics, so yeah, that's not going to be fun. So what we're going to do here instantly is we're going to get rid of all this stuff right here that we don't really want to have in this work zone. Ideally, we would even do something like that. And then, is that how I got my other zones messed up in terms of what was actually blocked? The auto logistics? Slightly confused, to be honest, but okay, we'll put it to 800, I guess, and we'll keep it there, and we probably never ever are going to need that much metal, but now we have it there anyways. Now, what we do very much need to build here still is the conveyor actually connecting this thing with the bot manufacturing facility, or actually the conveyors, because we do of course have this metal processing machine down there too. Now the thing with this one here is that we should honestly be able to do this rather simply. I'm going to just move that all the way down here, and we haven't really quite finished setting it up yet, which may be an issue because we're kind of a bit low on conveyor parts, and while we do have a good bunch still flying around right there, I don't think it's actually going to be enough to connect the whole thing up, so maybe we're actually going to get time playing while we continue on this setup. Now, in the meanwhile, it seems that while building all this stuff, we also kind of finished our last research project and never really chose a new one. So, I think we said last time around that we want to use this to make the perfect last iteration of our cassette player right here. And I'm also pretty sure that we wanted to go for a new iteration of battery, and then eventually potentially for this, I don't quite know, but we'll definitely go for this. Battery matrix right here, 2,500 points of research to be spent on that, so that is going to take us quite a while, definitely. And I'm apparently still standing up here researching away at what? Well, what am I researching away at? I don't quite know. We're certainly using something, but we'll get time playing again. We'll, you know, make some profit alongside. This is all still set up. We didn't change anything about it, so everything can continue running as normal, and with that, our conveyor belt production as well. And in the meanwhile, we'll use some more of those to actually get this stuff here set up. So, plan right here being rather simple, honestly. I mean, we really just need a bit of a conveyor, and we will then need an automatic retrieval segment, and we won't even need any storage segment or anything right here. We'll just put things straight on the conveyor, get them ferried in right here, and have an employee pick it up, and that's kind of going to be the end of the story to that, I hope. So, should not be all too crazy to set that up, I hope. We'll probably have to make a bit of space here for a roller band, but we'll figure that out as we go. But this here, then, we only really need a small shelving rack for this, so it can be accessed from both sides, beautifully like that. And then we'll actually need to set up some logistics connections right here. So I would like metal plates to flow into, well, and it's apparently already flowing into here. Yeah, this, well, it's kind of like a given that it has to be there, even though it doesn't really make any sense, but that's unfortunately kind of the way that it's going to work. We're still going to up the count of metal here to the max, and then we've got our other input shelf up here, if I'm not mistaken. We do also know we have the metal in there, but we don't have an in for that metal yet. So there we go for that. Why does it still have an exclamation mark to it? I'm not quite sure. Maybe that is because we have not set up the retrieval segment just yet. So let's do that. Let's hope that this retrieval segment part here works, by the way. That would be very, very important, actually. How much do we need? We're just going to actually match the frequency that we want here. It is going to be 45 for every time that it grabs the metal. So that's actually quite a lot, honestly. Logistics employees are going to have to move quite a lot back and forth, especially with the only 4 slots that we have on a corner shelf, because, of course, if you all remember, we didn't really have a choice of making this a small shelf just due to the lack of space in here, so let's hope that that works out in terms of frequency and everything, because, well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, I guess. So, I mean, the thing is, this doesn't even need to operate at max frequency, because this thing only takes like 50 metal rods, and this makes like 25 in the same period, so fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But with that said, we're going to be retrieving metal here, of course, as well. We're going to make that 45 too, because it's going to be the same process as the above. And then we're going to actually check in on this one, which only actually needs 25, so that's nice. That's a bit lighter off a load for my logistics employees down there. Now, I don't think we're just going to have one, honestly. I think we're going to have a minimum of 2 logistics employees, maybe 3. I think 3 may be overkill a bit, because we've only got 3 shelving racks out here that really need to be serviced by them. But you got to kind of keep in mind that one of these, like this shelving rack right here, they got to move all the way around the outside, because that's kind of boxed in a bit. So, yeah, the workload is going to be pretty big regardless, and this is honestly the part that I'm worrying about the most, so let's see how well that's going to go. But with that said, that should be all the rules set up for a start, which is going to be great. And I actually accidentally paused time again, which we really didn't want to do, because we did want to grab these beautiful conveyor belts right here, out of which we've got another 20. So that will hopefully help. Now, for the time being, let's go and actually go into conveyor belts again. Let's pull out the conveyor belt from here, which I think we're actually going to put the curve right here, because otherwise I'm never ever going to find the spot where my conveyors are actually running. Now, the question kind of being here, where do we put the roller band in the very end? I think that honestly, with these two, like these two right here, tables actually going, we could be just moving this basic workbench and that basic workbench down there, and then have the in for the roller band right here. Logistics employee picks it up and puts it there. Or we could ideally, even better, kind of just have... Well, that would be an option, right? We could just have the small shelving rack up there, have an automated storage segment, have the other side accessible by logistics workers, and then just do it like that. So maybe we won't even use that roller band. Maybe we'll just do it with an automated storage segment. But one way or another, this is kind of going to be the way that should be working for us. Now, the other thing we have then is this automated retrieval segment, which we will definitely need to set up. I did forget about a little something here though, so we'll actually have to undo this again, because of course, you know, even though there's no, well, there's actually no doors down there or anything, honestly. No, I think this is honestly kind of fine. You know, there's no doors really where anyone could be moving through. Well, we've got this one. Maybe we will just have an overhead conveyor right here in front of that door. I think we will. You know, just in case we ever need to move people through there. So we'll have an L segment right here. That should be the proper setup. And then we will just continue around the corner here. Now we've kind of got the option of having some people move through here should we ever need to. Now, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if that ever happens. I kind of suspect that we'll, with this setup, block that door once more, but that's something that we'll find out about in the future, I suppose. But here, honestly, we don't need any access. There's no doors here, there's no doors there, except the one that the conveyor belt goes through, so honestly, it doesn't really matter whatsoever. Now, up here, the deal could be a bit different. I don't really see any reason for us to access it right now, but there is kind of a door that I would kind of like to keep some access to. And we've also got some other doors out here, so we're going to definitely go and build like some sort of overhead thingamajig right there. I am pretty sure. Now, let's do that about there. We'll just do like an L thing once more. Like that, beautifully, and then we will go and grab the conveyor and actually pull it out all the way to the end right there, because I think that is where we are going to have that going in, except for that we could also honestly kind of just put it right there. I'm kind of running out of conveyor segments again, but we've got enough again, so let's pause time here. I don't think we need any more, but like this should honestly be kind of fine too, and we could just store that into a small shelving rack or something. And it would be more central. That way, you know, we would leave this open for any future potential needs, you know. I kind of like the idea, to be honest. Yeah, let's do it like that. So, we'll put a storage segment right here then. Just like that. And then we will put a small shelving rack right there. And then this will be slightly blocked, but we can fix that after the fact, I think. So, that's going to be kind of nice, I think. Should be. Let's hope so. And this here should be working pretty fine too. But give me 1 second, I'll place a quick cut and I'll be back in 1 second. Alright, and back I am. So, next task to take care of would be actually rationalizing this away, I guess. But before we do that, I think I want to actually get this stuff up here rolling. So, let's go to the logistics on. Let's actually hire... Let's hire 3. Just for good measure. I mean, we're rationalizing away 9 people out here, so that's still saving us a lot of cost, and I want to keep this as unbottlenecky as possible, if that makes sense. Now, where are they at? Are they spawned? Are those my logistics employees? Did I assign them to the wrong zone or something? No. Why are you chilling up there? And, like, morphing into one another again. Look at this. A beautiful, I don't know. I don't know what to call this. A beautiful something, but, like, ball of people. Let's call it that. Why are they not going and picking stuff up? There's logistics connections right here. There's metal in there. I told you to put the metal into there. We can surely increase the bandwidth right there, but this should be accessible to you. You should be putting metal into there. This should be accessible. You should be putting metal into there. Even though this exclamation mark kind of still is very much confusing to me. That is kind of a worrying sign that they're just standing around not doing a thing. Why are they doing that? I do not know. There's only one person actually moving to over here. I don't quite know why though. Like, all the metal is here. He's picking up some metal, that's great. He's moving the metal over to this one, apparently. I've set up a rule right there. So this thing's... Did you just pick it back up? Wait a second, flipping auto logistics. God. Okay, please. Wait, why did he just... Oh my god, auto logistics, no. Don't you do that to me. Oh no, flipping, oh god. Should have deactivated auto logistics like a long while ago. God. Okay, so that all is a bit of an issue. There does not seem to be any rules for this. There does not seem to be any rules for that. Let's see about this kind of stuff here. Yeah, there does not seem to be any rules for this. So the only thing that should have been assigned that I just accidentally unassigned by right-clicking is this. So... What? I'm kind of confused by this stuff now. Why are you only servicing that one shelf when all the other shelves are in your zone too and they're not filled? Did I break something here? I kind of feel I did, but I wouldn't be sure what. I mean, you've got the shelf... Wait. This can't be right. We've got the shelving rack here, for example. I mean, this thing is brand spanking new, basically, right? We've got the shelving rack. Is this feeding into that? Is this construct that I've got going here maybe the issue? Let's see and actually wait for the metal rods to finish. Oh? There's another person coming? Hello? Picking up metal? I think he's only picking up metal for that corner shelf, though. Right, and there goes the thing. Oh. What just happened here now? Oh my god, please. Where's that coming from? Oh no, are you for real? God, okay. So that is also kind of weird. Could we... Look at this. Seriously, dude. No. No. Just no. No, no, no. Please, don't do this to me. Oh my god, the flippin' auto logistics are absolutely killing me. Okay. Does that fix the logic or something? I hope it does. Because this should be pulling things from the belt. Not getting it handed manually. I mean, this stuff seems to work. So it cannot be that. But as you can see, I mean, he isn't giving the machine any mats. Like, in terms of, he isn't... What is overwrite preferred storages? The work zone is currently in manual mode. Preferred inventories can only be used in... No, I don't think that's it. I mean, we've got this rule here, right? There's a queue to pick this up. We've got this stuff. It should be moved in. Put that in there. Why won't you put it in there? I'm so confused. This is absolutely, totally, utterly broken. Okay, let's try something. We're going to try and delete that small shelving rack. And we're going to put another one. And we're going to go and put that like that again. And we're just going to go and max the metal in there. Interestingly enough, we don't have the other material in there anymore, which is already kind of interesting. Is this thing the wrong way around or something? No, it isn't, right? Well, that should be the right way around. Oh, he's moving? Is he moving for this, though? Is he moving for that? He is moving for that. I'm so confused. I mean, the retrieval segments are the right way around, right? Let's start with that. Like, this is definitely the same way that is. The shelving rack is attached properly. We've got a rule set up to actually pull the metal out. I am so confused. What did I just do to the game to give it this bad hiccups? Should we maybe try and change the recipe here, or... He just started moving. Did that do something now? Did that just do something now? He just started moving. He's doing something. Oh? Oh, where are you going now? Wait. Oh my god, that fixed it. That fixed everything. It didn't just fix the one machine, it also fixed the other. What? Okay. Fixing bugs with Spacefish, everyone. We've done it. I don't know how. In the world, that just kind of fixed itself, but it did. So, we're gonna accept that and be grateful for the things we were given by, Uh-oh. Did I break it again? Please don't tell me I broke it again. She isn't picking anything up for it anymore, though. No, she's picking stuff up. There we go, look at that. We fixed it. We actually did. I am speechless. I've got no explanation, but it is working. So, I don't know. How do I manage to keep breaking this game sometimes? I'm really, I don't have any explanation, but, well, you know, it's working somewhat fine, and we're getting some materials rolling in finally, so should hopefully all be good. Now, the only question that kind of remains here is probably, does this part here work too? I don't think so, because I haven't got a retrieval rule for that thing yet. Now, why is there metal in this shelf? Is it just because of the weird setup, or can I get rid of it, or... I don't know. Okay, but what we're definitely going to do is we're going to go to the shelving rack, because we haven't really configured this yet, right? So we're just going to max the storage space here for the metal sundries, which is going to be 1600. Quite crazy amounts right there, honestly. And then we're just going to go and pull this out of there again. We're just going to do it in full stacks, I think, which I guess a full stack is 100. So we're going to pull out 100 at a time of these metal sundries. And then that should work, well, whenever we've got 100 in there. Or it just works at 50 as well. Did it just pull 50 out? Does it have a rule of 100 and it just pulls 50 out regardless? Are you for real? Why, though? That's not how that rule stuff should work. Very weird, but it's fine. I mean, it's not going to break anything for us, and we're going to get metal sundries out and over there, so that is absolutely fine indeed. Now, what I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to fast forward this for a quick minute just to actually get some materials stacked up right there before we even think about decommissioning anything. And in the meantime, apparently, we have finished battery matrix research, and we've also unlocked a new product, I think. So that's kind of cool. But before moving on to new products, well, actually, no, maybe after moving on to new products, we'll look at this, because maybe we'll require something for the new product. So let's see what it is. Let's see what new product we have today. A robotic pipe cleaner. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we can maybe look into the design phase here already. We're not going to actually finish a product here or anything. I just kind of want to see what parts I need to see if I maybe need to do some more research in something. We're going to go for a Han bot chassis, I think, even though that's going to be a bit more complicated. That should be the way to go, probably, just because we probably need a whole lot of slots for this bot. Now, if we look at this, and holy moly, is that a lot of slots, we do not need compartments. We need flexibility, we need battery life, processing power, and speed. So, speed would be like a large stepper motor, or a large DC motor. Actually, that's a... Wait a second, seriously? I really only need, like... I don't even really fully need a medium DC motor for this. That's kind of insane, but we could plunk that down right there, for example. Would totally overfulfill everything. Then we need flexibility, which I remember was one of these things, right? So, this is strength. This is flexibility, and we've only sacrificed mobility for that, which we don't have or need for this thing anyway, so... Also pretty easy. Instantly fulfilled. Don't need anything more complicated there. I mean, battery life, 2.6, that's nothing, is it? It's like, I don't even need a quadruple battery stack. I just need a double battery stack to make people happy there. A double battery stack. I mean, that's been ages since we've used a double battery stack. I don't need that big of a wow. Okay. Well, I think our question has kind of somewhat been answered, hasn't it? Like, processing power, we're gonna, like, I mean, we don't need anything. We don't need any research for this thing. Like, we can just do logic circuits, which we can automatically machine manufacture super easily anyways. And we're gonna be exactly at 1.5. Boom. 4.8 market appeal, and I didn't even try. Okay. So, that kind of answers the question then. Not gonna save that thing yet, because honestly not gonna actually make that product this episode, so, well, maybe sometime soon. But what we are going to do instead, I do kind of really want to actually go for the advanced audio module, because it feels like that's really the best thing we could do in terms of having like a perfect-ish, cassette player in the very end. So, I mean, in order to unlock this, we'll need to research something at tier 12, and the only thing that's currently in reach is really the simple LCD display, which, I mean, we'll be able to use eventually, I'm pretty sure of, so we will do that now then. But that's actually kind of crazy. So, well, I think for today then, I will end it off right here with that crazy, huge, weird mystery solved of me actually exploding my whole automation and then putting it back together by the means of a simple recipe change. I don't even know what that was, but we've got it fixed, luckily. We've got this set up, so next episode we'll get another storage segment going. We'll remove all the other unnecessary tables, and the employees will have to go, unfortunately. And, well, maybe we can move them over to some new production eventually, I don't even know. But the tables will have to go, the employees will have to go, the storage segments will be set up, we'll get that automation finally now into that whole production cycle to hopefully save ourselves a good bunch of money, increase the profit, and then we'll probably move on to designing our newest and most final product, at least product category. I'm sure there will be more iterations of it, but, well, that's then kind of the last product for us to make. So very much looking forward to that. We will do all that and more in the next episode. But for today, this has been it for this one. So I hope you all very much enjoyed it. As always, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does help out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way, as always everyone, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.